be interesting to see if Krzyzewski can avoid a technical in the final 4:13 here in the first half. Costner muscles in. He's been relatively quiet. That's only
and of course, it was a very aggressive effort by Georgia Tech, but NC State just not able to keep pace.
Good penetration by Grant created that. Brandon Costner on the receiving end. He's got... Man for Miami. Grant. Gavin Grant. He's one guy I think that really needs to start coming alive. And it's one and done. Second straight time down for Miami. Gavin Grant. Great pass to McCauley. And that snaps an 11-0 NC State run. Good pass. Gavin Grant to McCauley. McCauley. Collins the offensive board. Fells down with it, and Virginia Tech can't hit early. At the other end, McCauley, his second bucket. He's got... And remember now, he's got fresh legs. Grant, he's been hot. Still is.
Well, he's feeling it.
Gavin Grant has scored the last 10 points for NC State. Oh, my. Ball gets loose, and Grant has an easy one.
There we see the double team of Virginia Tech. Every time they touch it, that's where they want to go.
But they got it inside to Courtney Fells. Fells has been playing a lot. Oh, what a move. Grant down with it for State. Crowd wanted a call. Grant drives. Gavin Grant with 4 points, all of them here in the second half. Grant, good spin move. Gets the roll over Vasallo, and Gavin Grant has come to life. And Brandon Costner with his 9th rebound. He's been a monster on the backboard. Oh. Grant, great pass to Courtney Fells.
Pinpoint pass.
Tied at 36. Inbound play. Grant will have a shot, maybe. Drives all the way and lays it in. Boy, that's a big play right there. A big momentum play to go to the locker room because momentum. White jerseys inside that three-point line. Thomas had it swiped away, and it's Grant on the break. Oh, what a 180. In your heart as a player, you can beat them and not hope. And right now, NC State, I think they know they can win this ball game. But it's that conservative man-to-man defense right now that has North Carolina followed up in the half court. Hold on, partner.
One was pushing Grant, trying to keep him out away from that post-up position.
That size advantage against Reynolds, not a bad idea. And they go deep again. Brian Neiman, the senior. Rolesville, Gulf Coast Community College.
On the floor.
Grant. Yanni denying the baseline. That was a flop. Big no call. Count it. And a foul. Gianni tried the flop. Mike Eads was not going to buy
Sidney Lowe's substitution. Grant comes in for this offensive possession. He'd been sitting on the bench just in time to go ahead and post up. Could have been called, it was looked at as a flop, but it could have been called an offensive. No true guard out there.
Ferguson dumping it down to Grant. Finds McCauley. Boy, what a nice move. And Grant in a more comfortable position, not necessarily. You know, Chris, it's always been a guards game, college basketball, but the ACC this year seems to have a lot of great guard combinations. Virginia Tech's, Virginia's, Maryland's got an outstanding freshman tandem. It's a wonderful
in the second half. Gavin Grant getting it done here in the second half. He has scored 13 of his 18.
Man, he's made a couple of three-point baskets, and he's shown some real versatility. 2 3-point shots right there, and then this drive to the goal where he gets a three-point play the old-fashioned way. But, you know, everybody talks about Cosner, and they're talking about Hickson, and I think that Gavin Grant is one of the keys to this North Carolina offensively. You see 17 points. I guess he's trying to get to 12 for 12 and 2. He's halfway there. He's 6 for 6. Maybe that's going to be a Wolfpack tradition this year. It's obvious that they're not going to be passive in this situation.
Gavin Grant, 10 seconds. Gavin Grant to the bucket. Scores!
About a sequence of action right here. Grant does a great job getting the ball to the basket. And then New Orleans, they bring the, here's Grant again, just coming down the court. He's going to take the ball and drive right to the basket. He's had a great second half.
Gonzalez out of Puerto Rico. Look at this denial. Look at the back. That's what you got to lift and go. Nice. Oh, yes. Hickson. Great look by Grant. And Hickson where the big fella should be. Knocking it down. That's all the denial. You've got to step and go. You've got to show the ball on offense.
North Carolina State had gone the last 8 minutes of the first half with only 1 turnover.
Nice pass. How about that? Exclamation Hickson. Contribution Grant.
Grant, Hickson with the basket. Over the back, it's called on Nelson.
Anytime you get out on the offensive end, you've got to be careful on your show. This is just a great look. But defensively, make sure you get the ball. That's the point for Grant, yeah.
So no over and back. Gavin Grant off balance shot.
Wow. Wow. How about that Ian Horse? My gracious.
Statistically is number 1 in the ACC and number 5 in the nation in that category. Hickson!
That's the first time he got the position that he wanted, low on the box, and the angle.
Started playing last year after sitting out. Another Florida State turnover. And a little run here by the Wolfpack. Grant gets the fast break bucket.
Gavin Grant is at his best in transition, just like that. Great job down there.
Rich makes the free throw. Hamilton today, the shoot-around of Florida State, that was more like a practice than a shoot-around, Fred. They went for at least an hour and a half. Coach Hamilton and the staff did a lot of teaching.
Different strategies by different coaches.
Ferguson
work their offense and get it inside. Look at McCauley take it right to the paint, kick it out for the shot by Hickson. That's no good. Grant the foul. Gavin Grant.
Everybody talks about the lack of a point guard position.
See hang time like that in the Super Bowl. 72-58. Grant. Count the basket.
I would disagree with that analogy. There's a thing called a punt. You know,
that's what I meant. Thomas. Not against the freshman. Good pump fake. Great block. Look at Bells just rip it out of his hands. Ahead for the slam by Gavin Grant. That was one of the most incredible blocks I've ever seen.
I don't know if he realized he had it at first.
Look at this play by Courtney Fells.
That was a good job by Hickson altering the shot. Then Fells gets it and didn't realize at first that he had it. An excellent pass down court. State taking the page
to Shire.
Again.
Tried to dish it inside. That avenue shut off. Gavin Grant off the high glass and good.
He didn't look down that time. Just keep it in a half-court game. Try to get the crowd out of this ball game. Keep the game in the 60s.
Grant the fake and fire. Bang! Gavin Grant with 13. 23-19 Wolfpack. Grant, he can't miss. 6 for 6. 3 of them from home run range.
Well, you see Gonzalez going in there. He's up in the air. No way he's going to make that as a shot. So you got to play him for penetration and kickouts as opposed to pulling up and taking a short-range jump shot.
Coach K is going to, I think, clear the deck here. Mass substitutions coming.
Grant doing a terrific job keeping his team going both from the outside and that fine pass. Hickson blows by and scores on the inside. Excellent job by State.
In that game, the mountain a little higher. Right at the moment, it's a 20-point game.
Only 2 field goals made the last 10 minutes for North Carolina State, and Courtney Fells drops down to 3.
NC State to match up with.
Gavin Grant lays it in. Gavin Grant with 26 tonight. That is a new season high. In fact, a new career high for Grant.
And Wyatt, 26 with it.
Was the player of the game for Duke. Gavin Grant had 26, a new career high, 9 of 11 shooting. And Greg Ball's the difference maker, particularly in the second half at both ends. Offensively ends up with...
Court pass finds Grant in front court. They got a 2-on-1. Booker decides to go with Hickson, and Grant scores.
That's one way to beat him.
Wolfpack red flying. Rivers put him down. Here's Grant, and he heads in. Booker could do nothing.
Yeah, he had to lay off that play.
Here's Potter over McCauley. Rebound Fells. Here comes the Wolfpack. Gavin Grant centers the ball and makes it a 2-point game. 14 points for Gavin Grant. His season average in the Wolfpack trail 55-53. Here's Potter on the overthrow. Another rebound by Clemson, taken away by Gavin Grant. Grant in the front court. Here he goes, battling inside, got the basket, and the foul after. The history of that time was that it was North Carolina and Virginia on top of the league. Here comes Gavin Grant. Off the glass. It is good. Count the basket, a blocking foul.
That was one of those ones you question your decision. It was a 1-on-3 break, but Grant got his feet together, was able to glide by Stitt and make him pick up that foul.
McCauley misses the second, but the offensive rebound goes to Grant. And then Smith able to score inside.
Of anybody I've ever seen, but I can say this. I don't think I've seen anybody play any harder. I agree.
Gonzalez kicks it out to Grant for a wide open 3. Gavin Grant, who is nearly a 40% ACC competition. Leading up to the first ACC game, they only hit 30% from outside. 3-on-2.
You have got to be tough to be able to guard Tyler Hansbrough. He just turns into the lane, takes everybody down.
He has 10. The Heels lead is 1. Grant slices down the right side of the lane, and Gavin Grant with a dust to Thompson. His runner is short. The tip won't go. Good effort inside by Stevenson. He just couldn't get the ball to go down for it. Grant behind the back, and a scoop on a reverse. What a play. And he draws 4 outside shooter. There's the lob. Courtney Fells with a catch in the jam.
Biggest a very nice job of pushing the ball up court. No pressure on the pass. And the finish at the other end. Very nice by North Carolina State.
A couple of weeks he has played so well. And NC State trying to show that they belong.
That's one area where you'd like to see Tyler Hansbrough elevate a little bit, extend, but
Grant slashes inside, finally drops. It's a shame this game wasn't closer for a shot. The hanger finally goes. Probably won't make much difference.